too early for that. It's too early. Too early.
Okay.
Ready, guys? You guys are ready? Yeah. Welcome to Unrehearsed Midsummer Night's Dream, everyone. My name is Adriana. Thank you. I am our production coordinator. And Unrehearsed Shakespeare is a sort of, grassroots Shakespeare movement where we take it back to how they did it in Shakespeare's time. Because back then they didn't have big elaborate sets and costumes and time to rehearse, and space is time is money. Who has time for that? So they would have a scroll with only their characters' lines, and they'd pick up their lines, and then they just go do the show that night. And they might play a different role every night. They might do a different play every night. And there are clues in the lines themselves that Shakespeare left the actors to tell them what to do. So they didn't have to spend time staging it and all of that. So we have had very little time together as a cast, but we have spent time studying the text and pulling those clues out of it so we know what to do up on our feet for you today. Something else about Unrehearsed Shakespeare is that it does allow for and encourages the cast, the actors, to be interactive with the audience. And so if you do not want to be approached by an actor, please raise your hand, and my friend Chris is going to come around and give you a cute little flower lei so we know to leave you alone. Interacting might mean that we sit at your table. It might mean that we put a hand on your shoulder, that we address you directly. So if you do not want to be approached, that is totally fine. You will not hurt our feelings, but please let us know because we don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. All right? All right, okay, all the way there we go. And also, a small announcement, if you are looking at the program, there is a paper on most of these tables with a QR code you can scan for the program. We do have an actor who unfortunately is out sick today. I'm not supposed to be in the play, but I'm gonna be in the play. So please, I'm even less rehearsed than the rest of these guys are. So we're just gonna roll with it. At the end, if you would like to stick around for a talk back, we would love to sit and chat with you about the play, about our process, any questions you might have. Also, please go to the food truck, go to the bar. We're not in a theater, so you can get up and go wherever you need to go. You can interact with the actors. Please don't throw things at them, but you can, boo and hiss and clap and whatever you feel need to do.
Except for pennies, keep the pennies.
Yeah. But without further ado, I give you Unrehearsed, A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Hi, Wetzels. How are you guys? Good to see you. Good to see you, Rich.
Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh, methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager long withering out a young man revenues.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow, new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnity.
Go Philostrates, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for us. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love to leave thee injuries. But I will wed thee another king, come with triumph and with revelation. Happy be Theseus, renowned Duke. Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaints against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And, my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhyme. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy. With bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, sweetmeats, of strong prevailment in unhardened youth, with cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart. Turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness, and my gracious youth. Be it so, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately to be provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maiden, to you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but in, as a form in wax, by him imprinted and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So was Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting fate hymns to the cold fruitless moon. Thrice blessed that they that master sow their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage, but earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which withering on the virgin thorn grows, lives and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Then let sweet Hermia and Lysander yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render unto him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his, my fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than all these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my rights? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nadar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man. Okay, I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being over full of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow.
Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteen them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respect of
Oh,
years,
spite to be old and engaged to young.
or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell to choose love by another's eyes.
Or, if there were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it monotony as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the colleagued night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our child patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears for fortune's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his golden arrows, the best head by all the vows that men have broke, in number more than women ever spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Oh, Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you be fair, and fair again unsay. Demetrius loves you fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable to the larks than a lark to the shepherd's ear, when wheat is green and when hawthorn buds here. Sickness is catching, oh were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Helena, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being mated, the rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart.
I frown upon him, and yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, and yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affections move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty, would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. For a time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then what grace in my love be well that he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal, through Athens' gates have we devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And then from Athens we'll turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow. Pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. And keep word, Lysander. We must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow's eve midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy o'er some others some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that?
Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know it all, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, thinks base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is when Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings, and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore his love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games to themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Helena's eyne, he hailed down oath that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers from oath did melt. I will go tell him of Hermia's flight. Then to the wood tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll with every man's name, which thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude for the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves out.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, the Weaver.
Ready! Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Hercules rarely, or part to tear a cat and make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks of something locks and prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. That was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This is Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoled.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe, a wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Hey, Faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, ah, Pyramus lover dear, thy Thisbe and lady dear is here.
No, no. You must play Pyramus, and Flute, you, Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Stout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And, I hope, here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it in extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Ooh, let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar so that the Duke may say, let him roar again. Let him roar again. Roar!
And you should do it too terribly. That it would frighten the Duchess and the ladies, like they would shriek. And that would be enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, that you should fright the ladies out their wits. They would have no discretion but to hang us. but I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar as twere any nightingale. Roar!
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. A most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must be slain Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard. Yeah? No, okay. Or your tawny orange beard. Okay, how about your purple grain beard? Fine. French crown color beard, your perfect yellow.
Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play bare-faced. But, masters, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to pun them by tomorrow night. And meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse. For, if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company. And our device is known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of quantities, such as our play was. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet!
Enough talking.
Now, spirit, whither wander you? Spirit! My fairy queen had bid that we get out of this town, far from the city, away from the crowd. Help me out, nothing lasts forever. But this is getting good now. The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell and wrath, and now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen. But they do swear that all their elves for fear creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Either I mistake your shape and making white, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frightens the maidens of the villagery? Misleads night wanderers laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet Huck. You do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he? Thou speaks right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile. Neighing in likeness of a filly foal, the wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale sometime, for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. And then I flip from her bum, down topples she, and terror cries and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and waxen in their mirth, and sneeze and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairy, here comes Oberon. And here my mistress would that she were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairy land. But that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never, since the middle summer's spring, met we on hill, argent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me and I will spare your harm.
Love only me, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downright if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pot, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vessel throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on in maiden meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I shewed thee once. The juice of its sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next living creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing, when she waking looks upon, be on it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. Oh, but who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here am I, and wild within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone, and follow me no more. You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron from my heart, it is true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that I do love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me as your spaniel, spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg in your love? Yet a place of high respect with me than to be used as you use your dog.
Tempt to me not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you. You impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I'm not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you and my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all this world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Ooh, hast the flower there, welcome wanderer.
Here it is.
I pray thee give it to me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox slips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania, sometime of the night, lulled in these flowers and with dances and delight. And with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasy. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love. With a disdainful youth, anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
You're not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song.
Life was a willow and it bent right to your wind. Dun, da, 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 sinking in. If it was a mythical thing, like a trophy or a champion thing, like a priceless wine. Hence away, now all is well. For one aloof stand sentinel.
What thou seest, when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love to take. Love and languish for his sake, be it ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when something vile is near. Oh, fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. Oh. And to speak truth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
Oh, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, some separation may as well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid, so far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love nor altered for thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I, and then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish the wisher's eyes pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found a none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force in storing love, blue. Night and silence. Who is here? Leaves of Athens, he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despised, the Athenian maid, and hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul. She durst not lie near this black love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid this his seat on thy eyelid. So wake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon. Stay! Oh, don't thou kill me, sweet Demetrius!
I charge thee hence, and haunt me, do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not do so.
Stay on thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath. Oh, in this fond chase, the more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoever she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, mine were oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away in fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster does in my presence. What wicked and disassembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosoms makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Oh, do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though yet Hermia still loves you, therefore be content.
Content with Hermia. No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. Who will not change a raven for a dove? The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier made. Things growing are not ripe until their season, so I, being young, are not till now ripe not to reason. And teaching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will and leads me to your eyes, where I overlook love's story, written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, is it not enough that I did never, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye, but you must flout my insufficiency? What good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do. In such a disdainful manner me to woo? But fare you well, perforce I must confess I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should therefore of another be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or as to heresies that men do leave, are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, my surfeit, and my heresy of all, be hated, but the most of me. And all my powers, address your love and might to honor Helen, and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me to do thy best, to let this howling serpent from my breast. Oh, I need for pity, what a dream this here. Oh, Lysander, look how I quake with fear. You thought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel play. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander? Lord? What? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh, and either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat. Oh, and here is a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house. And we will do it in action as we will do it before due.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Larkin a parlous sphere. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not indeed killed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we will have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion? I fear it, I promise.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion amongst ladies?
Roar!
Is a most dreadful thing, for there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell that he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through it, saying thus, or to the same effect, lady, or fair lady. I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity of my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man as other men are, in name, and plainly tell them I am Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things, that is, to bring the moonlight into a chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Does the moon shine the night we play the play?
A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine.
Ah, yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then we may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else, one must come in with a lanthorn, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then, there is another thing. We must have a wall in the chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe says the story did talk through the chink in the wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Let him hold his hands thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that break. And so, everyone according to his cue,
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors! Odors!
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe, dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger pyramid and airplane here. Must I speak now?
I, Mary, must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar. As true as horse that yet can never tire, I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Nemesis tomb, man! Why, you must not speak that yet. That you answer to pyramids. You speak all your part at once, use and all, pyramids enter. Your cue is past. It is never tired.
Oh, as true as horse that yet can never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
A monstrous astray! We are hunted! Pray, masters, fly! Fly, masters, help! I followed you and leave you up and around!
Why do they run away? This is a knavery to make me afeard.
Bottoms, thou art changed. What do I say on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, you do.
Bless thee, Bottom! Bless thee, thou art translated!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To frighten me if they could, but I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down and sing that they shall hear I am not afraid. We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and looked right forever. Yours was standing there on the balcony in summer air. Oh, you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my brain said, something.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
And I was climbing the staircase, saying, please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me, something, be alone.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force, her force doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say truth, reason and love keep little company these days. And the more the pity, for that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I jest, upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but I had wit enough to get out this wood. I should serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal griefs so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth and mustard seed. Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes, not to him elves and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal! Hail!
Hail!
I cry your worship's mercy, heartily. I beseech your worship's name. Cobweb. I shall desire more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, noble gentleman.
Peas Blossom.
Peas Blossom. I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, too. Your name, I beseech you.
Mustard Seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. That same cowardly giant like ox beef have devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred had made mine eyes water ere now. I desire your more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silent.
I wonder if Titania be awaked, then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Oh, here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that were bred in Athens, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' wedding day. Shallowest dickspan of that barren sort who Pyramus presented in their sport, or some conceit and entered in a break when I did his advantage take, and passes no, I think not his name. Anon, this fee must be answered, and forth my mimic comes, when they spy as wild beasts that the creeping fowler eye, or russet painted cobs many in sort, rising and cawing as the guns report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows fly, and at our stamps here or one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak, lost with their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns, yet their apparel snatch, some sleeves, some hats, from yielders often catch. I led them on this distracted fear, and let sweet pyramids translated here. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania winked, and straightway plucked an
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping. That was finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side that when he wakes, of course she must be eyed.
Oh, stand close. This is that same Athenian.
This is a woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou I fear hast given me cause to curse.
If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunged in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon as this whole world may be bored, and that the moon may through the center deep and so displease her brother's noontide with antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hadst murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ah, good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I had rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, for once tell true for my sake. Tell true. Dost thou have looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping? Oh, vain touch. Did not a worm an adder do so much? An adder did it, for with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught I can tell.
I pray then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I give therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so, see me no more whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this vein. Therefore, here a while shall I remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for death that faints doth sorrow owe. Now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken wife and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned and not a false turn true.
Then fate, or rules that one man holding truth, a million fail confounding oath on oath.
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. All fancy sick she is and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here, I'll charm his eyes again she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the bow.
Flower of this purple dye, pitch with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain, of her fairy hand, Helena is here at hand. And the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Oh, whoop, sorry, that's me. Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be sport alone. And these things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in cheers. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born in their nativity all truth appears. How can these sins and me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
To advance your cunning more and more, when truth kills truth, though devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her over? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put in two scales will even weigh, both as light as tails.
I had no judgment to her when I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now that you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena! Oh, goddess, nymph, perfect and divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? A crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripened show thy lips those kissing cherries tempting grow. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss. Oh, spite, oh, hell, I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me this much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do? Now you must join his souls to mock me too. If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not hurt a gentle lady so. To vow and swear and superpraise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You are both rivals
love Hermia. And now, both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit to manly enterprise, to conjure up tears in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would offend such a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know I know. And here, with all good will, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath. Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night that from the eye consumption paints, the ear more quick of apprehension makes. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, has brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide fair Helena, who more gilds the night than all you fiery oes and eyes of light. Why seek'st thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Though she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive you have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you with these conspired? Have you with them contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty foot in time, for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? All school days friendship, childhood innocence? We Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key. As if our hands, our sides, our voices and minds have been incorporate. So we grew together like a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but with one heart, two of the first, like coats in heraldry, do but to one and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder by joining with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly, it is not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even did but spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious celestial? Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? Wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What thought I not be in your grace? What thought I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do, preserver. Counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly my own fault, which death or absence shall soon remedy.
No, stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Oh, thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Oh, Helen, I love thee by my life, I do. I swear, by that which I will lose for thee to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
Oh, if thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come!
Lysander, where's your tenfold
Oh, way, you conquered heart!
No, no, he'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You're a tame man, go.
Oh, hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you both so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love out, loathed medicine, hated potion hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you.
What?
I'll not trust thy word.
What? Oh, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore? Tell me what news, my love, am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair as I was now, as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, since night you left me. Why, then you left me. Oh, the gods forbid in earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain, nothing truer 'tis no jest. That I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler. You canker blossom. You thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Why, in faith? Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What, will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeits, you puppet, you!
Puppet. Aye, that regos the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem that I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maple? Speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower.
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you. Save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your flight, stealth into this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spurred me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens while I bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and fond I am?
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart.
What?
Did
With
I leave you
Lysander?
Can I leave her behind?
With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid. She shall not harm me, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little? Again? Nothing? No. Little! Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus, you hindering knot grass maid, you bead, you acorn!
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Well, now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest to try whose right of
company. Your hands, quicker than mine for a fray, but my legs are longer to run away. I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence! Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garment he had on? And so far, blameless proves my enterprise that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. Far am I glad it did sort as this fair jangling. I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hie therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Like two Lysanders sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next awake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision, and back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. While I in this affair do thee employ, I'll to my queen and her ass-headed boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
This must be done with haste.
Make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in Fielding's town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now!
Here, villain, drawn and ready. Where art thou?
Oh, I will be with thee straight!
Follow me then to plainer ground. Lysander, speak again! Thou run away, thou coward! Art thou fled? Speak! In some bush? Where dost thou hide thy head? Thou coward! Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou lookst for wars and wilt not come? Come, recreant! Come, thou child! I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled to draw the sword on me. Yea! Art thou there? Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me. Still fares he on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. Oh, the villain, much lighter heeled than I follow fast, faster he is flied. I fall in my dark and even way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I know thou runnest before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I'm here.
Nay, and thou mockst me. Thou shalt abide this dear if ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way. Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. My day's approach look to be visited.
Oh, weary night. Oh, long and tedious night. Await thy hour. Find comforts for the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight, from
Eve that my poor company detests, and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from my company.
Yet but three. Come one more. Two of both kinds make up for. Here she comes! Cursed and sad! Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe. He dabbled with dew and torn with briar. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs cannot keep pace with my desires. Here I rest me till break of day. Heaven shield Lysander, they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep and sound, I will fly to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakes, thou takes true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known, that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all will be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's these ones?
Arnie,
Scratch my head, Blossom. Where's Mr. Cobweb?
Ready? Mr. Cobweb, good sir, get your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee. You know what? Just go get me a beer. They've got a great cream ale. Tip the bartender. Where's Mr. Mustard Seed?
ready?
Give me your hand, Mr. Mustard Seed. Pray you, leave your courtesy, sir.
What is your will?
Nothing, sir, but to help scratch. I must be to the barber's, sir, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass. If my hair do tickle me, I must scratch.
What, wilt thou hear some music, sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bone.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
A peck of provender. I could munch you good. Oats. And hay. Sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. Oh, I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairy, fairies, be gone, and be always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwist the female ivy so, and rings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet night? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her, for she his hairy temples then had rounded with a cornet of fresh and fragrant flowers, and that same dew I will undo, this hateful imperfection of her eyes, and gentle Puck take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen, be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud, or Cupid's flower, hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while, Robin. Take off his head. Titania music hall and strike more dead than common sleep of all these 5%.
Music. Oh, music such as charmeth sleep.
Now, when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes,
Sound of music, come, my queen, take hands with me, and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus's house triumphantly. And bless it to all fair prosperity, there shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded, with Theseus all in jollity.
fairy king attend and mark. I do hear the morning light.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo and conjunction. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander. This Demetrius is. This Helen, old Nader's daughter. I wonder at their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May, and hearing our intent, came here to engrace our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends! St. Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now. Pardon, my lord? I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world? That hatred is so far from jealousy to sleep by hate and fear no enmity. My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, what truly would I speak, and now do I bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might without the peril of the Athenian law.
Enough. Enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius, thereby have defeated you and me. You of your wife and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose, hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power is my love to Hermia melted as the snow seems to me now, as the remembrance of an idle toy, which in my childhood I did dote upon, and all the faith, all the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia, but like in sickness did I loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we will hear, we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. For in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall be eternally knit. And for the morning now with something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable. Methinks I see these things double. Or did I?
So methinks, but I have found Demetrius like a jewel of mine own and not of mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Nay, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid him follow us to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me. I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho! Peter Quince. Flute, the bellows mender. Snout. Starveling. Gods, my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if you go about to expand this dream. Methought I was... There is no man that can tell what. Methought I had... But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what I thought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will go to Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I will sing it in the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he not come, then the play's marred. It goes not forward. Because it's not possible. You have not a man in all of Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he is simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yeah, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless it, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there are 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married. If our sport has gone forward, we'd be made men.
Sweet bully Bottom, how hath he lost 6pence a day during his life? He did not escape 6pence a day, and the Duke had not given him 6pence a day for paying Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it. 6pence a day of Pyramus or nothing.
Hey! What are these lads? What are these hearts? Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not. What, for if I tell you I am no true Athenian, I'll tell you everything, just as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together. Good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace. Every man look o'er his part. For the short and long is this: our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out from the lion's claws. And, most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but to hear them say, it is a sweet comedy. No more words. Away! Go away!
'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true, I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Such tricks have strong imagination that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends some bringer of that joy. Or in the night imagining some fear, how easy is a bush supposed to bear.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancies images, and grows to something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Oh, here come the lovers full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us waiting your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks what dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of the torturing hour? Cloth illustrate.
Here, my lord.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief. How many sports are right? Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp note. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is brief, as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play, there is not one word act, one player finish, and tragical, my noble lord, it is for pyramids therein doth sell. Which when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, but more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and have toiled their unbriefed memories with this same play against your nothing.
And we will hear.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and cause and cruel pain to do you service.
I will hear that play. For never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go bring them in and take your place, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness, child duty to service perish.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He said that he would nothing in this country.
The kinder we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect. He takes it in mind, not merit. Love, therefore, tongue-tied simplicity, and whose sweet boast to my capacity.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
Ahem. If we offend, it is with our good will, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider that we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to contest you. Our true intent is, all for your delight, we are not here. That you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon his points. He hath read his prologue like a rough post. He knows not the stop.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder. A sound, but not in government.
Now who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe is certain. This man, doth present wall. That vile wall, which did these lovers sunder, and through walls chink. Poor souls, they are content to wish. At which let no man wonder. This man with lanthorn presented moonshine. For, if you will, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Minos' tomb, there to woo. This grisly
Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat, with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached in boiling, bloody breast. And Thisbe, tarrying in moonshine shadow, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine and wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion needs to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think, that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often, very secret. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall, the truth is so. And this, the cranny, great and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
But Pyramus stalls near the wall, silent.
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Oh, grim-looked night! Oh, night with hue so black! Oh, night, whichever art when day is not! Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot. And thou, oh wall, sweet wall, oh lovely wall that stands between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, oh sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eyne. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this, but what see I? No Thisbe do I see, O wicked wall! Thou hast from whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones, for thus deceiving me.
The wall methinks being sensible should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Full often hast thou heard my moans, regarding my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art, my love, I think.
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill.
Oh, kiss me through the hole in this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Rot! Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb come meet me straight away?
Tag life, tag death.
I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged, and so, being done, thus wall doth away go.
Now is the mural down between the two neighbors.
Silliest stuff that ever I heard.
Oh, well, here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage doth roar. Then know that I, one snug the joiner, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
Oh, a very gentle beast. of a good conscience.
The very best at a beast, my lord, that e'er I saw.
Ah, it is well. Leave it to his discretion and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn, doth the haunted moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the haunted moon present. Myself, the man in the moon.
Well, this is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
I am aweary of this man. He would change.
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way. But yet, in courtesy and all reason, we must take time. Yet proceed, moon. Just go.
All that I have to say is to tell you that this lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon.
But silence! Here comes Thisbe. This is old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love? Well run, lion!
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines with a good grace.
Well-mouthed lion. And so the lion vanished.
And then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, oh spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be, oh dainty duck, oh dear? This mantle, what, stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. O fates, come, come, cut thread and thrum. Quail, crush, conclude and quell.
His passion and the death of a dear friend would go to make a man look sad.
He shrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that laughed, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out sword, and wound the pap of Pyramus. I, that left pap, where heart doth hop. Oh, thus die I, thus. Oh, now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Telling, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die! 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 Die!
No die but an ace for him, for he is but one.
Less than an ace, man, for he is dead. He is nothing. With the help of the surgeon, he might yet recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her
Oh,
lover.
she will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion is the way.
Methinks she should not use a long one for Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A mode will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is the better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
She hath spied him already with the sweet eyes.
And thus she means, namely, asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! Speak! Speak! Quite dumb? Dead! Dead! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone! Gone! Lovers make moan. His eyes Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
And Wall, too.
No, assure you, the wall is down that parted their houses. Will it please you to see the epilogue?
No,
Or to hear
no.
a Bergamasque dance between two
No, epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse, never excuse. Let your epilogue alone.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentle, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I'm an honest cup, if we have unearned luck, now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the pup a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends. Thank you everyone for attending this unrehearsed production of William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. If you would like to hang out for a quick talk back, meet us back up here close to the stage in like 5 minutes. Give us a chance to catch our breath. Again, thank you so much for being here. Please go to the food truck, go spend money at the bar, tip your bartenders, and have a great rest of your weekend. Bye everyone.
Hey, honey.
Stimulated right now. He's like, no, you were a donkey, and that's kind of weird for me. So I don't think you're my dad anymore. I think you're my dad. Yes, I'm John's daughter.